this lobby.
Well, here we go then, headed into match 6 of the day and a change of scenery once more. We're back on to Storm Point and we are still looking for our first teams to hit match point. Now, it's an interesting conversation that in itself, isn't it? Usually we're looking for the team who's going to hit match point first, but there's so many at the moment who are just on the precipice that it might not be one. We could see 2 or 3.
Yeah, at this point, it's who's going to get it and when are they going to get it, but a few more games, or maybe even just next game, is going to be who isn't going to hit match point, because it gets to that scary point when it is this close that you could have 1 or 2 make it here, but then the following game you see 3 or 4 more join you, and that's when you really have to seize that opportunity of being one of the only teams on match point.
We look back at some of the history of players and teams who have won tournaments, who have been close as well. When you're looking at the lineup of teams who are in and around the match point conversation right now, Falcons, we know, they're usually one of the teams who hits match point and is able to convert relatively quickly into tournament wins. Liquid feels like a little bit of new territory for them to be here early and have that opportunity. But the team I want to kind of focus on, that we were saying, right? Let's use some of the nicknames for this team that has been put on them by the community, by fans across the globe. Group stage team. Team that can't hit match point until the tournament almost feels over. Alliance have the chance here to put that history to bed and rewrite it if they can be the team who steps up, wins this game and puts themselves on match point early.
Well, you mentioned Team Liquid, and when we do get a look at where this zone is going, it is absolutely perfect for Team Liquid at Barometer. They could have not asked for anything better with this zone, and a real chance at trying to get onto match point here as we get an overlook at Barometer. The zone is going to be pulling towards them, and they do have a ring console and a survey beacon, I believe, so they're going to have that info. You definitely saw them hitting the survey beacon regardless, but now ExoClan making their move down towards Barometer, and there's going to be a lot of teams joining them. If Team Liquid are quick to think here, they will see ExoClan and they will realize, even without a ring console, all right, it is coming towards us.
Well, by the looks of it, there's a little bit of an engagement here between Team Liquid and ExoClan. And ExoClan, I wonder if they saw one player was a little bit split and tried to jump on the opportunity, or if it was Liquid just firing their guns to force ExoClan away. But seeing ExoClan this early, and now seeing the likes of FaZe arrive as well, Liquid are playing for that building just to the north of the main structure of Barometer. It's a great spot to hold for the end game. So many games end up finishing just outside of that building to the east, and if they can claim it as their own, Liquid are in a great spot.
Well, a team who have moved very fast, by the way, is Team Falcons. Without a ring console, Falcons have already found themselves in Barometer, so that is a surprise that they've been able to read the zone that successfully just from Zone 1 information. And it may have just been a case of, well, we see there is a ring console down at Barometer, we're going to head down there to hit it, and they're going to be very delighted when they find out. Now, Elevate Bleed, it's going to be a scenario for them where they have to move all the way here from this eastern side down towards Devastated Coast. It was something that Hodzik was mentioning on the desk. It is a POI that does offer some fruit when it comes to finding those points. It is not necessarily a POI you would go for, but there are zones that certainly benefit from it.
Well, Falcons hitting that ring console, or attempting to hit that ring console right now, so you might have had your crystal ball out here for Falcons. And even though the smoke is down, you can see the shots are still raining down from height, where you can see FaZe have taken the position away that was left by Team Liquid, who thought, this is our POI, we know the best place to play. So Liquid up on the height, it usually guarantees you a few KP if you can play it for the long game. LGD, they do have ring console information, as you can see by the green outline on the minimap on the top left-hand side of your screen. And they're going to be playing inside of the bunker here. So gens are down, fences are down. Time to rest up, boys.
So for Falcons, they will get that info of where the zone's going, but I think with the amount of shots that were coming towards them, they probably realized it as it was happening anyway, but it doesn't hurt to get that confirmation when the ring console's there for you. So we've already got about 10 teams that have found themselves in and around Barometer. So a lot of these edge teams are going to struggle to find anywhere to play. So it's going to be about putting your big boy pants on and saying, can we take a fight to try and wrestle one of those positions away from someone? Or do we start now to kind of parole the surrounding areas, play edge, get some kills, get our shields up, and maybe that's the way we get onto match point, is finding points through kills.
Get up to red, put an evac down, send it late game.
I love it.
That's my game plan if I'm dropping a northern map right now anyway. Twisted Minds, been a bit quiet so far, a lot of talk, maybe as them being a team who could perform here in this finals lobby, but a long way to go, of course, in this game. We'll switch over to the point of view of DMS, who are hitting the evac. and they will be trying to play for the position underneath the bridge. The question is there anyone already there? It doesn't look like it, so they're going to play this side, and this is a difficult spot to hold for the long game. The Watson, of course, is going to help you, but if you can hold it for the majority of the game, it is a great spot to have towards that end game. So I think they're playing with that in mind. They're going to have a lot of work to do, though.
I do love barometer zones, and I do love when we get to this point during match point format where you get 5 or 6 teams that are all very close to achieving the threshold, and then everyone starts to play a little bit safer. You get a lot more zone-heavy decisions, and it means you get a very congested area on the map where everyone's trying to fight for that space. But it does mean that when the zone forces them together, it's a lot of engagements where the IGLs really have to think on their feet about how they want to approach not just that fight, but their rotation and how they move forward.
One thing that's to note here for Falcons, this position I've seen them play a lot in scrims, and it can be a little bit awkward sometimes, but if you can time the fight that you win late on in this game for this high ground, and you can look down on the zone as it starts to close, a lot of teams do stack up towards the northern side of Barometer, and they could pick up a lot of KP, and it might be a little bit more difficult to win from that position, but remember, they don't have to win this game. They have to get points. And they're currently down 52 points overall, so just the 8 they need, and they can do that just through a decent placement and some KP that comes their way.
A top 10 and 6 kills, and you've got the job done, and you're on match point, and then you can start thinking about winning, as the zone is going to continue to drag towards Barometer, as we expected, and as, of course, all these players expected. My question would be, is anyone still holding the Barometer area where the ring console is, and how brave are you? Do you want to try and hit it for Zone 4 information?
Yeah, I think the zone is going to be... I think everyone's pretty comfortable with the zone now, with the majority of the barometer zones that we do have. I think the one thing you can gain from that smoke, you just get a little bit of extra evo a little bit later on, that you might be able to pop those shields up. 11 points to go for Elevate. Very similar story, and it's going to be a similar story, right, for a lot of these teams at the moment who are closing in on match point. In the kill feed, you can see FaZe. We mentioned that high ground that they command here at Barometer, picking up a few KP as the teams have to rotate below them. Elsewhere, though, miles away from Barometer, we've got Blacklist International, and we've got Fnatic down on that low ground. Yeah,
this is a fight that is very far away from anyone else really on the map. But if you win this, you are going to have the majority of the northern side to yourself, and it's going to be a comfortable rotation in, a lonely rotation. But of course, then you need to think about what happens after that. For Blacklist International, they're down in 20th position right now. They are so far away from the leading pack when it comes to the match point threshold.
One of my favorite questions to always ask when we have a lobby with a lot of teams in it who are world-class teams is, where are Aurora? Because it's always fun, because you always like look at the map and you're like, they're in zone, they've just exited down Beast, just to give you a little bit of an indication of their pathing. They will be approaching zone with as much evo as they possibly can for those armors. GHS Professional have been eliminated. That's our first team out of the lobby, but this is the team to watch right now. This is the decision and the position that Team Liquid believe is going to put them in the best spot in the lobby to get the points they need and potentially win this game as well. Barometer is their POI. This is their choice.
Fnatic is still chasing here, by the way. They want Blacklist International. They want this KP. Maybe it could be what kickstarts their way back into this tournament, because right now, they're also down in 18th. 17 points right now, and they are very much away from the leading pack. JMW is taking a lot of damage and needs to try and rescue a shield battery out of somewhere, but it's gonna fall, and that's the lifeline going down here. This opens the doors for Fnatic.
You can see is immediately turn and run. Fnatic, turn and chase. They've wanted these KP the whole time, and they're gonna get the second knock on Tihaka as well. So Leica's gonna be the player who's gonna get that second kill, and he wants the next one as well. The Beast of the Hunt will run out, but the shots will ring true, and this will be Blacklist International, the second team to fall out of the lobby here. Fnatic gets some KP.
But as a reminder, if Fnatic were to win this game, they could find themselves being around 38 to 40 points, depending on how well they play. And that, again, is how close this lobby is. And then you are not that far away from match point. You are hoping that no one wins the game before you get there, but you at least need to get as close as possible. And remember, there is so much prize money changing for every position you find yourself in here as well. So just that one hop up, that one extra position could be the difference between you and thousands of dollars.
Falcons now being forced down to the low ground, and usually that's an indication that someone took a little bit of damage and had to just prioritize an escape route instead of where they want to be positioned. The other side of the bunker you can see is going to be home base, essentially, for Falcons here.
As you look at that stage, by the way, it looks like those are screens. That's actually AR. That's augmented reality that's showing all those triangles. If they're on, it means they're alive. If they're off, they're dead. So you can see one of those teams only has 2 players alive, whereas the team to the right has all 3. The AR at this event has been nuts, by the way. It's been incredible to see how it's been implemented.
Yeah, shout out to production for giving us quite the show here for Apex Legends at the Esports World Cup. As FaZe Clan continue to hold this position on height. I think a lot of teams at the moment are waiting to see that zone pause, waiting to see that zone come towards them. And for the likes of LG, oh my goodness. For the likes of Dragons Esports, Alliance, SSG, Aurora, who are all arriving late, it's going to be pretty busy and difficult to get into. Alliance, one of those teams who's looking to rewrite their narrative here. Let's jump into a listening with Alliance.
Yeah.
Watch over me.
I'm watching.
Yeah. I don't see them at all. Coming now.
Come.
You see them?
Yeah, but they might be there.
I'm taking their spot.
Yeah.
Watch out though.
Here. They're going right side.
Okay. Danger close.
Wait, come back
One
up.
on my left.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fulty watching from the tunnel panels. Yeah, they're sipping a Zero. Careful.
It's team behind us.
It's coming to me.
No, we cannot. We need to watch for us. Watch Cito for us.
I'm making sip. Come to me.
We cannot right now.
Good to me, effect.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm watching for you.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Come
it now.
to me and take sip. I need the bat here. I can't look around.
Yeah.
I'm showing the team.
Listen,
We just need to evac the fucking corner, okay?
Yeah, we
watch me.
I
can't run out, batting.
I'm watching, man.
I'm coming. Come here now. Yeah,
Might
listen.
be-
We're just gonna evac the corner, okay?
Yeah.
Fire.
What's this?
Contact on my marker.
Balloon, Jurassic. They're jamming around the Jurassic. This team ballooning, by the way.
Okay, listen. I wanna land in the fucking water here. I think we play low on water, okay?
Alright.
They're gonna get 3P by building. Building needs a cost, and then we get 3P up.
I got no ult right now.
It's fine.
Yeah, I will take Solana. Take
Okay, be careful there.
Charge Jurassic. I'm picking it.
Watch out here, team here.
Yeah. Okay, turn me. I'm gonna put the evac here.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
That's good. Evac on the other side is good. Use this cover. They're trying to shoot us, but
Let's go.
we're fine.
Yep. Take guns
Listen,
out.
land water.
Yep. Gonna smoke some side right away.
Now 2 seconds right now.
If water is taken, take tunnel, okay?
I'm flying left and looking.
Yeah, bait it. Like, swear for it.
Look city, I'm going.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Careful so don't peek out here.
Yeah.
I'm smoking this.
Yeah, careful use it.
Yeah, hold the smoke, yeah.
I'm king it.
Yeah, just
Nade.
careful.
Yep.
We can play this side on me as well.
Yeah, I'm smoking this side too.
Play on me.
Just walk,
Yeah,
hold the smoke.
next us.
Yeah, hold out the smoke.
Yeah, after work.
I'm watching out the smoke.
Yes.
We can go just play on the stairs too.
Well, Lions leave from the evac and find themselves under pressure though. Everyone trying to force their way in. One of those teams is going to be Aurora. SSG down to just coin for once more. 15 plates overall. Aurora set in the ring of fire here. It could not be more symbolic of their position.
Well, they are at least able to get that bot down and get a little bit more health, and they should be able to survive for now as SSG get eliminated in 18th. And look where that zone's going. Southwest here, pulling towards Falcons, pulling towards Guild, and pulling down towards EXL, actually, who are in that far south side, and they could be in a great position for the late game.
They certainly can indeed. Now, for the teams who are on the north, this is going to be about a change of plan. It's going to be how do we get the kills, how do we get the points to get ourselves closer to match point. Aurora just needs 6. They've managed to get healthy. Bow and Rain's gone down. And now it's just 2. Kajak and 9 Impulse trying to clutch up, but 9 Impulse will fall, and Aurora will not hit match point.
That's one of our teams who are in the top 5, but a team who is in the top 5 and could hit match point is Team Liquid. They get the kills. They find themselves 4 points away from that threshold, but they still have a job to do here from their position. Remember, they committed north as the zone starts to pull southwest.
EXO-Clan in 9th place overall, 34 points on the board. It's a big ask for them, but still very much doable to hit match point right now. Team Liquid taking to the height here of the building, which is just above them. And EXO-Clan now will leave that building just as Liquid arrives.
Still not safe though here for Liquid, but remember they only need 4 more points, so they need to think about this one. Is there 4 kills they could get whilst they approach this zone? As Imperial House just gone down in the kill feed as well, so we are going to need to see Falcons be careful here.
Are they going to be able to get in a position to get the res here? Yes, they are. Imperial House is back onto his feet. Falcons still need 8 points. Alliance, well, they need a few more than that, but they are moving their way towards zone here and picking up the loot that's left over by their EMEA colleagues in Aurora. Elsewhere, LG in a fight with Team Liquid.
Liquid just lost one. It was also Zero getting involved in Liquid. They are so close, but they are not going to make it onto match point as the crowd erupts, because that means Falcons are the next closest. 55 points for Falcons. They need 5 more.
9 needed for Elevate as well, as they try and line up their approach to this zone. Twisted Minds underneath the bridge. Elevate trying to make their rotate now. There was a solo which was just behind them as well that they're going to have to be very, very aware of. But Elevate have found a corner that's safe. But how safe really is this position?
I mean, I will say 12 of the 14 teams have made their way into this circle, but DMS and EXO-Clan are going to disrupt them here. There is definitely going to be fights that happen, but is it going to be the outsiders? No, EXO goes down, so one outsider falls. Alliance still fighting tooth and nail to stay alive here, but Hackis goes
big
down.
damage from Hackis, but are they going to be able to capitalize? Effect, playing down the knockdown shield. Big damage, but Alliance will fall as well. Another team not able to convert opportunity into a match point position. DMS have gone as well. Falcons now 4 away.
4 away. They just need a couple more placements, a couple more kills to go alongside it, and they would be our first team to reach match point. And there is kills available.
this grenade.
Look at that damage.
Oh, this grenade.
Hal wants LG, Hal wants Funk, and it looks like he's sending Zero in to do the damage, and they'll get that kill. They're now 1 point away from match point.
You just felt that grenade was going to light up the kill feed as Zero is firing up the crowd here in Riyadh as well. They only need 1. Nine squads remaining. Falcons looking to become the first to hit match point. It's 1 kill. It's 1 more placement. And they will be the first to cross the line.
How aggressive do they go here? Do they look for that kill, or do they just try and outlive some of their opponents here? You could see that Zero was fired up. Maybe he thought job was already done. Little do they know they still need 1 more to get over the line here. Remember, Falcons yet to find a win today, but they could still be the first team to cross that threshold. Elsewhere, there is kills in the feed. LGD onto DRG. And there's going to be a lot of info here for Falcons to work with.
Smoke bomb onto the evac. Gonna give a lot of information. He's gonna burn Lufka as well. He has to return back to that generator. The interception pylon will keep him healthy, as it looks like Falcons, they've decided it's time to look for kills. Gen down from Genpa, and Zero's gonna get the kill! Falcons will hit match point!
And now it's about denying match point for anyone else. Clean up this lobby. Get as much kills as you can and take those points away from your opposition as Falcons continue. They take down Guild. 7 squads now remain.
Falcons are rolling here in Riyadh. Match point achieved. Another team wipe to their name. As now we turn our attention to the rest of the lobby. GG still up on this high ground. Fence is down. FaZe Clan have an opportunity here to go back-to-back, remember. GG still poking, still prodding. They're going to have a look at this. Mizuchi eliminated by Falcons in the meantime.
Everyone being eliminated by Falcons at the moment. They know they've done enough, so they are being aggressive. They are looking to take these fights and take the game to everyone still alive in this lobby. But you mentioned it. FaZe, can they go back-to-back? If they did, you'd imagine it would be enough to get them onto match point as well. There are still a couple of teams alive here who could cross that threshold as well with a victory.
Just to give you the bigger picture a little bit here. Ex-Cholos Laser, they're down on the southern side. They've been here for the majority of this game and are in the best position to win this game. Everybody else is in front of them. Their backs are completely clear. But they're not a team who are particularly close to hitting match point right now. Whereas FaZe certainly are. LGD will go down in the meantime. GG do manage to get some damage as Gembird will take down Arctic from FaZe. So it looks like Falcons are determined to stop anyone else matching them.
I mean, all the other teams would need every single kill to get onto match point, and Falcons are taking it off of them, taking that opportunity away from them, and now they're into the top 5.
Zero was fired up a few moments ago, and you can understand why. The final 5 minutes or so of this game has quite simply belonged to Falcons on that high ground now. Twisted Minds having a fight with GG. GG down to Just Blast. He's playing behind that knockdown shield on height. Manages to get the knock onto Easy Flash himself, but back on board with Falcons now as Twisted Minds will be eliminated.
Look at the amount of space that Team Falcons have been able to take here with these fences. This win is up for grabs. FaZe eliminated. 3 teams now remain. The smoke and fire about to come out. All the information you could want as Team Falcons look to try and make it a victory.
Ex-Cholos Laser make their move onto Falcons, but through the fire and the flames, they will carry on, picking up these kills. Imperial Hal will get 1. He gets the shield swap as we're down to just 2. It's GG on the high ground. It's a 2v2 in the lobby. Spraying through the knockdown. That'll get rid of that. There's the knockdown cluster as well. They have to fall into the grasp of Falcons here. And if you know anything about Falcons, it's not just about achieving 1 goal. It's doing it by winning the lobby. They just need 1.
It's bit by bit. You've got to climb. You've got to try and find this bit of damage to work with here.
They're going to have to drop here. Imperial Hal will wait. And when the drop comes in, Falcons will stand tall! As its match point hit with nothing other than a victory.
And it was not just any old victory, it was a dominant victory that we just saw from Team Falcons as they send a message to the rest of this lobby. The only